Hey guys, Huzzy here bringing you another video. Today we're doing something a bit different. We're going to be playing ArcheAge. Now ArcheAge is a brand new MMO that has come out. Now it's kind of new, kind of not. Just to quickly explain, ArcheAge is an Asian MMO and it has been out in Korea for some time now. Minimum 6 months, I'm not really too sure. So it is quite polished, honestly, for a game that's just come out in the West. It has had some issues of login servers, etc., but they've kind of seemed to go away. I'm not really getting login queues anymore, although I am a patron, or patron, whatever you want to pronounce it. For the sake of this video, I will say patron. And basically that means I pay for this game. You don't have to, just to get out there straight away. It is a free-to-play game, and you can pretty much do 90% of things free-to-play. You can have a very good experience free-to-play. The only things, or the major things that you're missing is you can't really get a house very easy. Now, there is a way to become a patron in-game without spending real-life money, and that requires buying gold to buy something called an Apex, which then in turn turns into credits, and then you can use credits to turn into a patron. The easiest way to become a patron is just paying £9 a month, which is what I'm doing. But yeah, ArcheAge is a game that I've actually become hooked on. I'm level 27, which isn't too high. Level 50 is the highest level in the game. And this is my main character. I am a Reaper class, and obviously my name is Huzzy. And now this video, just to quickly explain what it's going to be basically all over the place. I'm just going to be basically showing you what the game is all about, in essence. You know, I'm going to be showing you my mount, the combat, my ship, my glider, everything, or a lot of things. Obviously, my knowledge, some of the stuff I say may be wrong. People can correct me in the comments below if I am wrong, because I'm still new to the game. I'm still learning, and there is a lot to this game. So, without further ado, I'm going to log in now, and I will introduce you to my character. So one thing to say about ArcheAge, it's a fairly, I don't know, intense MMO. You know, World of Warcraft compared to this, I'd say World of Warcraft is quite tame. And what do I mean by this is farming. If you're not aware of any Asian MMOs, if you've never played Terra, or if you've never played any other MMOs that are Asian, yeah, farming is a very big thing in Asian MMOs, that if you want to have a ship, if you want to have a house, you will be farming for a very long time before you get those things. But anyway, here we are in the world. This is my character. I'm in a guild called Haste, and if you do want to join me, by the way, after you watch this video, and if you're interested in the video or the game, I'm on the European server called Orchidna. All the stuff in the comments below will be there, but if you do decide to pick up the game, log up. If you're European, come on my realm, add me in game, and I'll get you in the same guild I am in. I'm not sure if I'll stay in this guild, because, I don't know, I want to be at like a high level guild when I'm max level. But for the time being, I'm staying in Haste. It seems okay. But this is the game. This is what you're welcomed with. This is the normal user interface, and I'm pretty sure this is how it just stays for the rest of the game. I'm not sure if there's any editing or anything like that. Now, I'm obviously down here. My camera's in the bottom right. I will be moving it in a second just to show you around the interface. So the first thing is, yeah, I just want to get you guys used to the interface. So, top left, there is your health bar, mana bar, very simple. You've got your buffs, debuffs, so obviously being a patron actually does give you some benefits in-game. It gives you more labour generation. I will talk about labour in a bit, and it gives you more XP, and it gives you certain things. Here's obviously your chat. Here is your experience bar and how much labour you have, as well as your loyalty tokens. That guy just ran into me with a horse. These are all your buttons, so, you know, your spells, abilities, your ships, anything like that. Your quests. Now, here's the big difference between Asian MMOs, I feel, and Western MMOs, is this minimap here. So you've got a transparent minimap that you can scale up and down whatever you want. Not many minimaps are like this in the West. A lot of them you can zoom in a lot more. You can't zoom in on the minimap in Asian MMOs generally. This is it. If you want a more detailed view, go into the map and then you can kind of look from there. But this is the interface. Now, let me just move myself very quickly. Right, let me go over here. Right, just be here for now. So down here is all where your extra buttons are. So, I just noticed my mouse isn't actually recording, but that's not really a big deal. So you've got character information, bag, quest log, skills, map, all that stuff. Now here's the marketplace I thought I'd mention. Oh, it is recording now. I know why it wasn't. Here's the marketplace. This is where you buy stuff for gems or credits or whatever. This is what I'm talking about. This is the basically riot points of ArcheAge. You can buy them if you want to. I personally have. I've bought a few things with it, but you don't have to. You can go without. And there's also loyalty. You can buy certain things of loyalty. And how do you get loyalty? You log in every single day and you get 5 per day. Right. I think that's pretty much it. No, I do not want to join a raid. And yeah, so I'm going to move myself back over to the bottom right because you don't really need to see anything down there. Bum, bada, bum. Bear with me. Right. There we go. Right. I'm staying down here for the rest of the video. So, let's firstly show you my mount. Now, one thing to say is my mount you will not see many of right now in the game. So I called it Shadowfax, but it is a pure white horse, my mount. This mount costs 50 gold from Mirage Island, which I'll probably show you Mirage Island later in the video. But that horse over there, that guy's horse right there, you get that horse for free. You get, when you start in the game, if you're wondering about mounts, you like mounts, etc., you get a mount very early. You get a mount about level 5 or 6, and you get a mount for free. Every single mount in the game has a certain speed, so if we look into my pet information, my pet travels at 10.5 meters a second. That is a lot quicker than a standard horse. Obviously, my pet cost me 50 gold, which if you play the game, 50 gold for a mount is quite a lot. Right now, I have 154 gold, which, yeah, it's quite a lot for a mount right now in the early stages. But mounts are pretty cool. I love the mounting system, and also there is a leveling system for mounts. You level mounts up and you're able to put gear on them. So this is the armor on my mount, and you can change this. It changes the appearance, etc. But yeah, each mount, every single individual mount you have, if you want to change mount, you have to level it up. And you may ask, how do you level it up? There are different ways from my knowledge. One of them is simply traveling. The more you travel, your pet gets experience. Another way is certain kills I found gets my pet experience. I'm not really sure why or what type of mob it has to be, but I have found that they do level now off experience from killing. But that is my mount. I do have other mounts, but this is my main one. It's kind of like one of the rarest mounts in the game right now, simply due to the cost. Now, another big thing with ArcheAge and traveling is the glider. So this is my glider. This is a glider I bought with credits, so yours won't look this fancy if you don't buy one with real life money. But yeah, gliders are pretty damn cool. I do really enjoy them, and they are a great way for traveling. My horse is just following me, which is interesting. But yeah, that's pretty cool. And that's perfect timing. So in each zone, you will find one of these. They are a carriage. You can simply jump on a carriage and there you go. You're traveling fairly fast. Not as fast as a horse, but if you're really lazy, you can jump on one of them. I could not have timed that more perfectly. I'm just going to hand in this quest while we're here. So this is the questing system. You can read all the text at the bottom. This is your quest text. So you can go next, take reward, etc. Read what she says. I don't really bother with the story, honestly. I just kind of do whatever and then move on. Now I'm going to go to water to show you the final part of like the mounting and everything system, and that is my boat. Okay, we're just arriving at water. I'm not sure if this water is big enough for my ship. Now that I look at it, it might not be, but we'll try. If we can get it on here, then we will. It'd be funny actually if we manage to do it, because right, you start. We'll show you two things. So I'll show you the boat that you start with and you get for free, like I did with the horse. So this is the boat that you get for free. You get this again fairly early on in the quest line. So here we go. Ta-da, you get a little rowboat. You can row it around. So let's just row it around. So ta-da, you can row it around. It's very simple. I don't want to be on this one too long because, yeah, I have a much better boat. So let's try. Okay, it is summoning. Okay, this is my boat. So I am only level 27, by the way. And to have this boat, honestly, it's a bit early for me to have this boat. But I wanted one. So, ta-da, it appears in like a massive warp portal, which is pretty cool. I'm going to glide over to it. And ta-da, we're on my boat. I'm actually going to get rid of my horse as well, because it kind of bugs out. Now, there are several different things you can do with your boat. And just to explain, there are different types of boats. My boat that I'm on right now is a harpoon clipper. This boat is basically the ultimate pirating boat. Yes, there is pirating in this game. As in, I'll be explaining it a bit further later on, but in this game, ships are quite big later on when you're doing trade runs. Trade runs, basically, you go collect a package and you have to then deliver it back to a certain place. And in that time of when you're having the package on your ship, pirates can come and take it. Now the pirates are other players, and that is where the PvP comes in, or one type of PvP in this game, which is fairly interesting. This ship is the ship designed for catching other ships. It's the fastest ship in the game from my knowledge. As well, I have the harpoon on the front. Now, the harpoon is not there to destroy ships. A harpoon is there to latch onto another ship and pull it close to me, so me and my people, like my crew, can jump onto another ship. That is the entire reason for this one. So let's just sail a bit. I'm not going to do it for too long, as I don't want to spend too much time on one thing. But yeah, this is my ship. Now this crest up here, this is not my crest, it's just the one that's on the ship. You can change these, and I definitely know you can customize them to whatever one you want, but it obviously does cost. I will most likely, if I get into this game a lot, then I will change it to probably the HuzzyGames logo. A guy is actually whispering me about my boat, but I'm in the middle of this, so I won't really answer. But anyway, that's my boat. So the next thing I'm going to be talking about is most likely the combat and how that works. Then we'll be doing crafting and other things, and then also we'll be doing Mirage Island. So hopefully this is enjoyable, guys, and yeah, we're going to be talking about combat now. So on our way to start the combat, over to the right, obviously these are all the quests that you're currently tracking. You can see them up on the minimap here, but on the floor, as you notice, there are little numbers with arrows. These are correlated to the quests. You can turn these on and off by clicking said left of the quest, and you can also get rid of them here by clicking them in your quest log, and also you can abandon them if you don't want to do the quest. But it's a very useful tip, and obviously there's more quests. Quests and hand-ins are highlighted by the exclamation mark, as well as a big beam that goes into the air, which is actually really useful. There you go, there's more of them on display. Your mounts and everything all have a sprint. Your character has a sprint if you want to sprint, and it just increases the travel speed quite significantly while you are on the move. But yeah, ArcheAge, basically the combat while we are moving there, is done in a way that you have 3 different skills. So if I go into my skills window, I am what is called a Reaper. Now, a Reaper is the combination of a Shadowplay Sorcerer with Occultism. Every single combination in the game, and trust me, there are a lot of different things you can do, has a name, has a certain name. You know, there's paladins, shamans, dagger or spell dagger or something like that. There are millions of different combinations. Obviously, my one, as I said, is called Reaper. And basically, let's now show you what it's like. So my quest is kill blue foxes, and these are blue foxes. So one thing I have to say about ArcheAge, this is not actually an easy game. It's a lot harder than World of Warcraft. So this is my opening thing. So let it fireball it. Then I get stunned. Great. Use that. Stun it up. Then put my ravens on it, which actually missed. But yeah, this is generally the combat. As I said, it's a fairly hard game. You've got to get used to it by quite a bit. Now the build that I'm following, as I am following a build, is from it's another streamer called JP. JP. Now, unfortunately, if I show you the skills window, obviously I'm only level 27, so I haven't unlocked certain abilities. Like Shadow Smite is a very key ability for a Reaper, and I actually don't have it unlocked right now. So I'm actually not very strong questing. You'll see me go low fairly often in just average fights. I would say from my experience of what I've seen leveling around me, if you want easy leveling, play an archer, because I've seen them guys, they just simply wreck things and then move on to their next target, which is fairly useful, honestly. I've got one ability that can be used on the move. If I use Shift 2 to backstep, I can then cast the fireball moving, but normally I can't. So you just have to learn the game really, really badly. Now, one thing I also have to say about my keyboard, I do apologize if there's the clicking noise, etc. I have actually ordered my new keyboard, which comes with Cherry MX browns, not blues. So hopefully my keyboard will be a lot quieter when that arrives. So I've got to kill these stags as well. So I'm just going to do a couple more kills, and then I'll be going into the crafting system. As I said, this video is not going to be very long. I just kind of wanted to introduce the game to people who may be interested, and maybe get some people playing to try and maybe form a little group that I can do pirating with, which will be great, because I'd love to do further content on this game, as I'm really enjoying it. So let's kill one more blue fox, kill blue foxes, and wild bird to collect foxtails. I only need one foxtail, and it hasn't dropped yet, so that's fairly annoying. Right, let's go. I got stunned in, then out, This guy's getting too close, so let's push him away. So again, you just have to learn your abilities like really badly in this game, and you should be fine. Alright, let's finish him off with a 3. There we go. Please drop it. There we go. We get 1 out of 8 tail. Oh wait, I need 8? Oh my god, okay. Right. Anyway, I'm not going to do any more combat because it can be a bit boring watching questing. I do realise that. So we're going to move over to the crafting in the game. And also housing. So I'm going to go over to my house just to show it to you guys. And I'll see you guys there. Oh, just before we actually leave, I thought I'd mention, a lot of people be like, what's the travelling like in this game? Is it only on mounts or is there like portals or anything? Yes, there are portals. You get a teleport book pretty much straight away. So if you open the teleport book, everywhere you travel, you can there's a book in every single town that you can read, and it adds to this list. Now my house is in a place called I think it's Hayoka. Let me just check. Just, you know, yeah. Okay, my house is here. My house is specifically in this area, so it's Halkiolala, whatever that's called. But anyway, teleport book. Next one here. Open warp gate. So you'll open the warp gate. Now I do believe this costs something. I do remember reading about some stone or something, but I'm not really sure. This is kind of where I'm a noob in the game. But anyway, there is the portal, and you simply jump through. So there we go. We're jumping through. Easy loading screen, or very quick loading screen. And now we're in our destination. So let me summon my horse again and get on it. Right, so we're in this area. My house is over here somewhere, so I will now speed over there and show you the house and the crafting. Oh, just to quickly show you, there are different types of mounts in the game. That is a donkey. Now a donkey, and you'll notice this person has something on their back. A donkey is used primarily as a carrying mount. There are certain items, and they're building items, and they are stuff that, you know, you want to build your house with, you want to build your boat with, etc. You have to carry them on your back. You can't put them in your inventory or anything. And if you were to use one of them on a normal horse, you'd go very, very slow. A donkey is used as the fastest mount while carrying things. Also, trade packs, which again I'll be going into in a bit further, which is the pirating thing that you have to get trade packs and you could potentially get killed for them. Again, you have to carry them on your back. You keep them on your ship, and then when you have to take them to land to go trade them in for goods or gold, etc., that's when you have to put them on your back. Now that person here is using a donkey as a normal mount. That's stupid. Donkeys are very, very slow on a normal basis. They're the only way they're quicker than a horse or whatever mount you use is when you're carrying stuff. But obviously they do look quite funny. Alright, so this is my house. As you can see, it's under construction right now. I haven't really done much with it, to be honest. Well, anything. But just to kind of give you an idea of what the housing is like, let me go on it. So you need to build this house. You need a stone pack, another stone pack, and a lumber pack. Now, a stone pack, if you wonder what that requires, it costs 300 raw stone. You have to turn the 300 raw stone into 100 stone bricks, and then you turn the 100 stone bricks into a stone pack. That takes a fairly long time. And then also you need 100 lumber. Lumber isn't that bad. I think I already have... No, I use it actually on my boat. I built my boat with the materials that I found. But yeah, this is my house. This is where I live. It's honestly not the best location. But I was kind of running out of spots to get my house. As just to explain how housing works, nobody else can build on my plot anymore. My plot is actually quite small right now. You can get other plots and I can build them next to this one. But I don't really need to do that right now. But basically, nobody can build on this plot. And if a plot, like a whole field of housing, because you only can build in certain areas, gets full, tough luck. You know, if the whole game gets full of houses, you can't build anymore. So I really wanted to get one early. And it isn't the best area. One, because it's kind of out the way. If you look at the map, I'm kind of all the way down here. It's not great. I think the capital city is like somewhere around here. And also, it's a war-ridden place. As you can see up here, peace period is 14 minutes left. This region is in a peace period, so this region is always contested in war, which isn't great, because I do know whichever faction, I think, owns the land, the opposite faction's taxes are higher, and then obviously if you own it, it's lower. So hopefully my faction always owns this place, because I'll get low tax. But that's the house. Now, if you're wondering what houses are for, Basically, they're for storage. You know, I can't really explain it, but if you do pick up the game, you'll understand a lot more. You know, you keep trade packs and other things in your house. It's a lot more convenient. It's for resting. That I think you get an experience boost if you log out outside your house or inside your house, sorry, and also you get a couple other perks. So, and you can decorate something, I guess. But yeah, right. Near every single housing lot in the game, and I mean every single one, you will find at least one of these areas. This area is a crafting area as well as a portal to Mirage Island, which we'll be going through in a minute. Oh, forgot to mention, to have a house, you actually have to be a patron. So you have to pay, or you have to buy a Apex in-game with gold from another player. But anyway, the crafting in this game is as follows. You come up to a workstation, or firstly, you have to buy blueprints. So here's designs, blueprints, etc. You can buy them for any amount of gold, whatever they go for. And you have to come up to a workstation. Go up to the workstation. You want to work with lumber. That's right. So to make one lumber, you need 3 logs. To make fine lumber, you need this, etc. There's your lumber pack that I said to build a house, and that is 100 lumber. So there you go. And then that's it. That is how the crafting works. That's simple. I'm pretty sure you can build most things in what you need in the game early on. Obviously, there are benefits to being higher up in crafting than others. One that I can always recall is if I wanted to make an iron ingot, one iron ingot takes this amount of time. As you can see, this bar down here, that is 1 iron ingot, just 1. Further down the list, you can make a iron ingot and make 10 at one go. But that requires your skill in metalwork to be 50,000. Right now, I'm only 655. So to get 50,000, it's going to be a very long time. So they're kind of the benefits that you get for leveling up. There are certain things you only can craft when you get to that level. But again, that kind of comes later in the game, and you shouldn't really worry about that right now. But that is the crafting. Also, the bank system. How does the bank system work? It's your warehouse. So this is my warehouse. I'm actually going to deposit my iron back in there. And you can keep, you know, these are my other mounts. So that is the horse that I got for free when I was first living up. I also got a yatta, and I got, there's the first glider that you get for free. And I got other things. I do also have a lion mount. You can keep gold in here, which I believe is something good if you're trying to do player killing or PKing. Basically not for them to steal any of your gold. But that's it. So there are livestock merchants. You can farm stuff. Farming is a pretty big thing in this game as well. Next to my house plot, over that way, eventually I'll have a farm plot next to my house that I can farm things on. So if I want to farm pigs, cows, wheat, carrots, whatever, I can farm it there too. Now, to wrap up this video, I want to take you to Mirage Island, as it is a fairly important thing. And when I personally started the game, I didn't find much stuff on it, so I was rather confused. Now, Mirage Island is where you basically buy the luxuries of the game. It's where you buy your house, where you buy your boats, etc. Now, when I mean buy it, I don't mean you buy it and then simply you can use the item. I mean you buy the blueprint, so you're able to make it, able to craft it. So welcome to Mirage Island. It's a rather glamorous place, so, you know, it's fairly nice. And I think both factions are here, so, you know, I don't even think there's PKing. But Mirage Island is basically one big shop. So if we just go in here, bam, you can buy a leather design. And I think these are outfits, so they go over your gear and you'll always look like this, which is pretty cool, I guess. And there's, you know, more outfits if you want to look a little bit more formal with a dress, I guess. You remember, this is Asian, so it is kind of like that theme. But we will go down to the interesting place, which I was like, oh, when I first saw it. And this is over here, so let's just quickly speed up. So, ta-da, I was like, oh, this is cool. So, this is kind of the main place where you'll buy houses. This is pretty much all the houses' designs. You got some mounts down there, and you got boat stuff down there. So, we're going to go check everything out. Also, there's some cows. But anyway, let's glide. So, firstly, let's go down to the houses and just kind of explain how you get these and what currency you use to get them. So, the first thing to say, none of this stuff is gold, or none of this stuff is real life money, so you're pleased to know that. So obviously these houses, pretty nice houses, some of them are really nice, and obviously you can move up to have like a mansion if you want to, but we'll move down this end first. So just to explain, it is something used gilded stars. Now you get gilded stars, I believe, in the mainline story quest from level 1 to level 30. Now, I actually have now completed the main story quest, so I no longer get no more gilded stars from quests. Now, you may ask, after the main storyline, how do you get them? Well, to answer that is basically this. It is trading. So as I mentioned earlier, the piracy thing, where you go get them and you have to use your ship and deliver them to somewhere else, you get gilded stars for that. And you do get them, I believe, for something in PvP or something like that. So there you go. That's how you get them. And that's what they use. So if we start right at the luxury end, boom, you can own yourself a castle. You can buy the components here, like there's the gatehouse, a wall, and yeah, it requires a lot of plots to build a castle. But basically the big guilds, like the big, and I mean the really big world guilds, like JPs, eventually you'll see them have a castle. They'll demolish all of their lots when they have them together, and they'll build a castle instead, which is fairly cool. Now, again, so you've got mansions. Let's actually get my horse, and we'll ride back down just showing you the different designs. So you've got mansion. You've got a very nice cottage, a bigger cottage. Another cottage. So you've got, most of them, I'm not going to repeat the word, but most of them are cottages. So you've got like a nice one with a porch. You've got a two-story one. I actually like that one quite a lot. Just to give you an idea of how much these cost. I need to get off my mount. Get off. Right, there we go. Got off eventually. Right, it costs 500 gilded stars. So you have to farm a lot in order to get these. But I reckon with time, you'll easily be able to get one. Obviously, then the expense comes in when you want to build it and when you want to maintain it with tax. As there is tax in this game, which I have forgotten to mention as yet. There are more designs. Just keep going. More designs over there. They're fairly nice. Now, here is my house. Right at the end, I picked, I believe, this one right here, which I believe is actually very similar to this one. It's not the exact one, but this is the house that when eventually I build mine, this is what it will be. Now, inside, very basic. You can buy all this furniture if you want to, but I will be using mine mostly just to store stuff. Now, just thought I mention, if you leave your doors open with stuff inside, and like not furniture, people can't steal furniture, but like a trade pack, if you leave one of them inside your house and leave the door open, someone can walk in and take it. When you leave your house, make sure you close the door. Just saying. So that is all the stuff. You can buy pretty much everything here. So I can buy this fence if I want to and surround my house with it. So it's pretty damn cool. Now, just briefly, I'm going to explain the tax system, as it is fairly important. Tax systems, you have to pay tax every single month, or every single week, sorry, and they are paid with these tax certificates. Now, you buy these with certain things in the game. You can buy them with gems. So these are the things that you buy with real life money. This is why, money does kind of do good with the land stuff. Or you can buy them with loyalty, which is if you log in, you can have a house, like you can pay for your house as long as you're a patron with loyalty, because you only need 15 and that you'll get that in 3 days, and you only need to pay it every week. So that just briefly explaining the tax. Now, boats. Moving over to the boat. So there is a lovely big ship. That's the ship that I want to own. That is a galleon. So here are the different ships that you can buy. So this is my one, just to kind of give you an idea. This is the Harpoon Clipper. Obviously has the prancing pony on it, and that cost me 50. The next one, this is the galleon. This is this one that's in the water right here. Just to give you an idea, this is 250, so it is cheaper than that house that I showed you. Obviously, the big galleons require a lot to build. This is a merchant ship. Now, this costs 400, and a merchant ship basically can carry more trade packets than the other ships, so that's why they're in the game. And this is a fishing vessel, which I don't really know why you would want a ship just for fishing, but who knows. And also, just the last thing to quickly show you, this is the sea houses. Now, I have no idea location-wise where you can put these, but they look pretty cool. I'd have one. But yeah, I haven't come across a place that you can have one of these yet, so maybe it's like a higher level zone. But that's pretty much it. That's pretty much ArcheAge, guys. I don't think I've missed pretty much anything. I've covered most things. But yeah, this video, half an hour longish. I just wanted to give you an idea of what the game is. I didn't want to kind of show you everything because I want you to play the game. Here's my horse, just to give you an idea, and there's like the little babby version that you buy, just to kind of show you. It costs 50 gold. I'm not going to buy another one because I've already got one, but yeah, that's pretty much it. So, this has been ArcheAge. Hopefully I'll see some of you in game. Again, if you're European and if you want to play the game, if you just want to simply pick it up, I am on the server Orchidna or something like that. Yeah, Orchidna. It will be in the description below, so click that little arrow and you'll be able to see that just for further details. And that's it. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Again, hopefully I'll see you in game. So I think I covered the basics. If you've got any questions, feel free to put them in the comments below. Obviously, my knowledge is like a little bit because I'm fairly new to the game myself. But anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. So goodbye.